Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So, I'm going to address a lot of stuff in this video. Today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. Sorry that it's dark. I've spent about 20 minutes trying to figure this out and I can't do anything about it. All the lights are on in here. The windows are tuned. Like, I can't figure it out. But anyways, so today's going to be a chatty get ready with me where I'm talking to you guys about the longer version of my video from yesterday about being back while I'm doing my makeup. So first off, my hair is crazy because I needed it up and I wanted to do something different, and this is what I got, so yay. And I'm going to be using my phone because that's what I'm recording on as a camera and a mirror. Yay! That's going to be awesome. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on into the video. I hope this thing doesn't move because it's like moved the past like 6 times, so I really want to talk about like why I decided to come back, what I'm doing differently, and I'm going to split it up into little sections. So this section is going to be about why things led up to the way that it did. So one of the most important things to note is that my boyfriend and I were living in an apartment with his sister. And for the better part of last year, like from Thanksgiving down, I think what it was, his sister and I really did not get along. I did not approve of some of the things she said about him, the way she talked about him. It was not of the way you talk to your little brother's girlfriend of almost 2 years. It was just really weird. I would not speak to my brother's girlfriends the way that she spoke about my boyfriend to me. It was really, really weird, and I felt very uncomfortable, and I was over it. I was over it, and I remember mentioning in a video that we were going to be moving, but it was really hard because she made it to where we couldn't save money. So my parents kind of jumped in and are helping us, and we're currently moving into my old kid room, as we can tell. And it's really tiny. It's the tiniest room in the house, so we're moving a lot of stuff around. This is not my permanent little section, little area. Probably going to do my tomorrow video in the bathroom, to be completely honest, because there's a lot more light in there. So, I think I need to replace this. One of the biggest things was that my boyfriend and I were fighting pretty much constantly. Like, every day we were fighting, and we did not really fight. Like, even now, us being here, we've been here for almost a week, and we really have not fought at all. We went and hung out with friends yesterday, and I told him he had to get up early for work, and that was probably the biggest part of the fight, aside from I flipped out when he was gone because his computer shut off, and I felt so bad because I thought it was something I did because my mother and I were moving things around in here. And I felt so bad, but his computer needs a new battery. So apparently that's what it was. Oh, and our power got shut off by a cat. That's another crazy story. So basically, his sister and I were having like really weird, like it was like a really weird relationship, and even to this day, I still like, I'm good, you know, like I'm good. I'm not gonna go out my way, but I don't really go out of my way to hang out with most people because I'm a loner. But aside from that, like, I don't know. It was a really, really weird situation, and I wish I could explain some of the things that she said. But at this point, it's validation enough to me to have all of the people that are close in the situation and my friends be like, yeah, that is really weird. Like, that's validation enough for me to be like, yeah, okay. But he's in a better situation now here than he was there, which is really good. It's really good. He is happier mentally and physically. Like, you can just tell he's happier. Even though we're sharing a very tiny, tiny, tiny room, we have a lot of work to do in it. but let's go ahead and lead up to what ended up happening. So, my boyfriend and I did get into a fight that night. We got into a verbal fight where the cops were called, and basically we were fine. We were like, yeah. They were kind of like, we did get arrested because you gotta love the cops in Myrtle Beach. You just gotta love them. But basically what ended up happening was we went to court, and they basically said, this is just a misunderstanding. Like, that's all it was. There was no bruises. There was no nothing. It was just a fight that got out of hand because it was like midnight. So we get out, and his mother and sister decided to take my money, pack up all my stuff, and put it in front of my parents' house in the middle of the night while it was raining, and didn't tell nobody. And they put it in front of my father's car, and my father has a big car. Well, he has a big truck. But they made it so where if he wasn't paying attention, he could have ran it over and destroyed all my stuff. They didn't tell anybody. Mind you, they know who my brother is. They could have messaged my brother and said, hey, maybe we just need to do this. They really should have talked to us about the situation before they made decisions, which is why I'm going to be a lovely, lovely person for the rest of their life, believe me, because I am very much like my mother. I do not forgive and forget. You may think I do, but do not mistake my generosity for sincerity, I would say. But anyways, my parents had actually at the time been paying to put me through business school, and they bought, I would say, about $900 in textbooks, I would say. All of them were ruined because it was raining on this night, and my parents have a porch that has a hood over here. Like, it has a cover. They could have brought it to there to where it wouldn't get rained on, and they still didn't. And it's noticeable from the road. Like, you can see, like, hey, maybe I should be a smart person and not let these things get ruined. But no, they decided to let rain and water destroy my phones, my iPads, my college textbooks, my personal books. There are things that I had from my grandfather, who is dead, who, like, I have a picture of me and him and my grandmother when I was younger at the Carolina Opera, and it's destroyed. It is destroyed because of the rain. The Christmas gifts I bought were destroyed. About $7,000 is what my father estimated in destroyed items. And they were like, oh, sorry we destroyed your stuff. That's not the point. The point of the matter is that you should accept the fact that you fucked up. You were wrong to do what you did in this situation anyways. Like, no matter how you look at it, you were wrong. And some of that stuff, like, I can't get back because he's dead. And it sucks because I was really close with my grandfather. This man was somebody who I would make plans with to pick me up from work when I was working at McDonald's. And he'd pick me up, and we'd spend, like, the whole day together after I got off work because, well, I would work, like, a lot during the week so that way I could get off early on the weekends because I had Tuesdays and Saturdays off. So and sometimes I would go in on Saturdays if my boss really needed me because she was really good friends with my mother at the time. So what ended up happening was if she really needed me on Saturdays, I would go in on Saturdays. So I'd be getting like 40 hours plus overtime. And I would stay over. I work like 6 to 3, 6 to 4 during the week. I'd stay over if they needed me to. And I would come in on my days off if they needed me to. Tuesdays I would not go in because Tuesdays were my day. But I would go in and I would end up getting off early. I would get off at I would work like 6 to 10, you know, 6 to 8. It just depended on how my hours were and if I was getting overtime that week or if I was getting close to overtime. Just really depended on what it was that week. So I would make plans with my grandfather to have him come pick me up from McDonald's when I got off work, and we'd hang out. And I still have memories of going to Berkey's with him, which is a restaurant in Myrtle Beach. It's actually really good. My boyfriend and I go there a lot now. It's actually pretty good. But there was a specific time when I was really, really into makeup. Like, I was really getting into it. And Wet n Wild had this collection. I can't remember what collection it was because I kept it in pristine condition because my grandfather bought it for me. He went all over Myrtle Beach with me after I got off work looking for this collection. Probably spent $70 to $80 on me that day because he bought it. And I was like, I love this collection and I just can't use it because it means too much to me, and I put it up. It was destroyed. It got destroyed. And I have not heard anything along the lines of, you know, I am sorry. You know, come to me as a woman and say, you know, if your son hit me, then you need to have a conversation with me because that's things that is supposed to be between me and him and not me, him, his mother, and his sister. So that's what ended up starting the whole him living with my parents thing. So now I'm currently moving him in, and we only plan to stay here for like a year or two, probably not 2, because my parents are amazing, but they're super, super crazy, but they are so amazing. They're just amazing people. I would not want different parents. I definitely had the best life growing up, for sure. For sure, I had the best life. I had everything I could have ever possibly wanted in life. I just realized I sat down to film and did not get a concealer or a foundation. Yay! I'm gonna go ahead and use these. I think Brandon likes these. So that is what happened and why I needed to take the few months off, because I wasn't sure if my boyfriend and I were gonna, well, we were gonna stay together. Like, it's one of those, like, you know, when you know, you try hard for that person. You work to build something with that person. And it's like, he asked me the other day if we ever broke up, would I date somebody like him, or would I go for the type that I had before I dated him, which was skinny rocker guys. And my boyfriend is the absolute opposite of that. And he asked me, you know, what would my type be if we broke up? And I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see myself with anybody else. I just don't see myself with anybody else. So it's hard to say what my type would be, because I just can't see myself with anybody else at this point. But yeah, that was what happened, and why we decided that it would be cheaper and better to stay with my parents. And it really is. And my parents are the type of people who are literally like, okay, you have it in your account, so if you're going to have it in your account, you're probably going to use it. So they're one of those types of people where I can be like, hey, you know, we cashed $1,000, we're going to use 500 of it to go do this and pay some bills, because all we really have is, well, rent is what my boyfriend has. It's only $50 a week. He gets paid weekly, so who cares? and he has car insurance that he has to pay, and he pays phone bill, which is $30. So he does pretty good. He does pretty good in life now, at least when he's not paying everything, $400 in freaking rent. You know, he's gonna be the type of person where he's actually gonna have money, and he's not gonna know what to do with it. Cause he was talking to me, and he was like, maybe I think we should open a savings account. I'm actually pretty decent with money. I've always been pretty decent with money, though. Just because, like, it's kind of like, if I want something that's really expensive, I'm saving the money up for it. So, I don't know. I feel like my boyfriend needed the type of parent that I had to kind of come in and be like, okay, you know, this is our daughter, and you're supposed to take care of her, so we're going to teach you to set you up for life to take care of her. I think that's what my parents probably were thinking. My boyfriend's texting me and asking me what I want to eat. Repeatedly. I know I end up looking really, really crazy sometimes, but I think that a little bit of crazy probably saved a lot of people back in the day. So I was always told, go with your gut whenever you have a gut instinct or a gut feeling. To go with it, don't ignore it. And that's some stuff I learned from my mother. And you know, when I say I'm happier and I feel healthier, just mentally, physically, emotionally, it's because I need to text him back because he'll start freaking out. But it's because his sister just drove me to the brink of insanity with some of the things that was said. So basically, I say that a lot. Basically, we ended up moving in with my parents, so we're still in the process of it. Because we're trying to get rid of, like, the little kid vibes that are in here, you know, with the stuffed animals and stuff like that, because I still to this day love stuffed animals. That's key to my heart, is stuffed animals. Because they're amazing and they're lovely. I had like 60, 100. And that's actually one of the things. On our first vacation together, he got me a Squirtle. He's somewhere around here. He's down there. He got me a little Squirtle, and I love it. I love it. I love him. But that's why I needed the time off, was because I just emotionally and physically felt drained. And I didn't know if I really wanted to come back and do this because I was just getting it started, and it was a lot, and it was a lot. But I ultimately, about a week ago, I was asked if I was going to do my YouTube again by one of my friends. He just like up and asked, like, hey, you going to start doing your YouTube videos again? You seem a lot happier. And I talked to my boyfriend about it, and he said it was up to me. But I decided I was going to, because I really wanted to build this in my own way and make it out to be something that I actually imagined it to be. because I had imagined doing YouTube for so many years, and I wanted to see it grow because I am super passionate about makeup and skincare and everything. So I decided I was going to continue, and I was gonna make I was gonna make this video yesterday, but I decided no, I'm just gonna do a short little like I'm back, and then the next day talk about what had happened. And I don't regret it. You know, like I said, being in my parents' house, my boyfriend and I, the biggest fight we've had so far is me telling him, are you sure you want to go hang out with friends so late at night when you have to work in the morning? That was the biggest fight I think he and I had being here. And we didn't even really fight. He just said he'd be fine, and I was right. He woke up super duper tired and said, I'm going to come home and sleep. I think I'm going to do an Ulta haul, and I actually have my shower done at my parents' house. I have the shower done, so I might do like a what's in my shower type of thing, because I have a lot of really good like body care, you know, skincare, but I haven't found like my bath stuff, but I have my shower stuff there, like in there, because like I said, we're in the process of going through what was destroyed and moving my boyfriend's stuff in here. Like, I don't even have a spoolie to do my brows, people. Like, come on, who steals somebody's spoolie? Like, for real? I could have bought you one for like $3 on Elf. That was another thing. They took my stuff. They took my expensive stuff. And it was just to be, like, spiteful. Like, I don't care what kind of a situation anybody is in. Nobody has the right to say, I don't like you and you're not living here no more, even though you paid the bills, but I like this and you don't deserve it, so I'm going to take it. It's mine now. Like, nobody has the right to do that. Nobody has the right to do that. Nobody has the right to do that. I don't care. Nobody also has the right to just up and throw your stuff out in the freaking rain. Like, I understand as a mother you're upset, but you just don't have the legal right to do that. Especially when I'm the one that was always paying the, like, I made sure the bills were paid, I made sure there were groceries, like, if, my poor boyfriend, like, there's never anything in that apartment, and there never has been food in that apartment, just because I grew up in a big family. I had an older sister, 2 older brothers, and I was very close with my mother, very close with her. So growing up, like, I went everywhere with her. There's another situation that I will talk about in a previous video, or in a video in the future. I will sit down and talk about it, because it's a very, very sensitive topic. There's actually a lot of videos I plan to make in the future. I think I'm going to do like a brush video next, because I got some decent brushes from BoxyCharm. They got the Alamar Cosmetics brushes. I might actually do an unboxing with my mother, because my mother's not into makeup, but like some of the things that I'm like, you know, I have so many of these, and it's something you use, and it's really expensive, so do you want it? And my mom, like, literally, I gave her my Kat Von D black eyeliner I got in my BoxyCharm, because I have so many black eyeliners that I just love. It was pencil form anyways. My mom, one of her staples is eyeliner and eyeshadow, and cream blush, and that's it. But yet the woman will wear Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle $80 freaking perfume. And just like, I love my mother, but my mother is crazy. But I gave it to her, and she lit up, and she's like, "Are you sure I can have this?" Like, I just, I get the biggest kick out of things like that because I love my mother so much because she is my best friend. She is 100% my best friend, and she always will be. And like I told her, like, I have different best friends that I ended up, like, accumulating over the years. You know, I share life with my boyfriend, so he is a best friend because I share life with him. And I have a best friend from growing up that I still hang out with to this day. I love her daughter. Her daughter is just the cutest. I still hang out with them both to this day. But my mother will always be my mother. And I don't think that, like, we really realize or understand, and we take our parents for granted. And that's just one thing I don't want to do with my parents anymore, is take them for granted, because of the fact that, like, we just don't know when they could go. And my parents have done so much for me, so much. Like, the money that they spent to put me through college class on textbooks that literally ended up getting ruined, and then helping my boyfriend out, even though they aren't the biggest fans of him, but they're really trying, they're really coming around, and I love them to death. I love them to death for that. But I grew up in a big family, so one of the things is, and still to this day, if you go in our kitchen, you will find pantries full, like 4 pantries full of just snacks, 2 freezers full of, like, TV dinners, and a fridge full of, you know, fresh food. So I was taught, like, you go where the deals are. So I knew how to grocery shop. They did not know how to grocery shop. They planned for one day, and it's like, okay, one day we're going to have spaghetti on Tuesday. We're going to have spaghetti leftovers on Wednesday. What are we going to have Thursday? Bojangles? That's where my boyfriend works. Like, you have to plan ahead, and that's one of the things that my sister does on her blog, is she helps to plan ahead. Like, she gives a lot of, like, cooking tips and, like, tips for, like, how to plan ahead as a mom. And I love cooking with my sister. My sister and her husband are probably some of the most funniest people you'll meet in life, because I was peeling a potato and he was freaking out, thinking I was going to cut myself as I was peeling a potato. Her husband, but I guess, like, because of the age gap. That's probably it, was because of the age gap, because he has known me since I was, like, 4, and I'm 22 this year, because my birthday is coming up. Yay! I'm just going to be rambling on at this point, because I'm sure, as you guys can tell, because I kind of got my point across on why I needed the time off, and why I decided to just go ahead and come back, how I decided to do it, and really what ended up happening, on why it all had happened. But yeah, I'm still doing my makeup, so this video's not over just yet. I'll still find, like, some stuff to ramble about. That was the gist of this video, was needing to, like, do a chat to get ready with me and talk about why I needed that time off. And why I decided to come back, because I love makeup, but I really want to grow this channel and turn it into things that isn't just makeup and beauty related. You know? I don't want to just do like the beauty videos. I want to do like my skincare videos. A lot of people, like, I don't know why, but my skincare videos get the most views, so I'm guessing like that's something. I do love skincare. Skincare is really, really nice, because one of the things is you always have to have a nice canvas. Like, no matter how good the product is, you have to have a nice canvas for it to work good. For sure. I'm going to hold my phone up when I'm done with my makeup so that you guys can see my makeup. But I want to do, like, hair videos, because I'm really getting into hair. You know, my boyfriend has some dreadlocks, so it'd be really cool if I could, like, get some tips on how to take care of his dreads and help him with his dreads, because my hair is different than his, obviously. So it'd be really cool if I could, like, get some tips on how to take care of his dreads. I could do, like, some hair videos. One of the things I just do not do is talk during my eyeliner. Any type of eyeliner. Looks good. Good enough for me. I'm getting hungry. I'm sorry. It's time for breakfast. I really wouldn't mind doing like vlogs and some games. My family is very funny. We do play pranks on each other every now and again. That would be really cool if we could catch like a prank type of thing. Cause my dad's got some pranks out on his sleeve. He's got some. He's a veteran in that. That's for sure. It'd be really cool if I could like do like baby stuff. You know, vlogs, just different stuff. I want to, like, technology videos as well. It'll be fun. Because I already have some Apple videos here on my channel, you know, fashion. You know, I just don't want this to just be a makeup channel. I really want this channel to grow and have a little bit of something for everybody. That's what I definitely have decided I want, is have a little bit of something for everybody. I really think I'm gonna convince my mom to come on my channel for my next BoxyCharm unboxing. I had mentioned something about it to her, and she was like, no. But, like I said, my mom and I are pretty close. I could probably convince her to do it. I might do it. I might do that. Or, like, have my sister come on and do her makeup, because I love my sister. You know, I really want to get back into, like, my little mascot day thing, because I thought that was a really unique concept, something really different. because you just sometimes like you get little minuscule experiences during face masks and you just don't know. My skin actually looks really good today. I'm telling y'all, drugstore is amazing. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, my favorite, well, one of my favorite foundations, hands down one of my favorite foundations. But I've actually been using a Clarisonic, believe that or not. I've been using a Clarisonic. I might update my skincare routine because it changed very, very slightly. Very slightly it changed. So I might update my skincare routine coming up. I think I'm going to do a brush video tomorrow just because my brushes need cleaned. Like, all of them need cleaned. So I think I'm going to do a brush video tomorrow. Just talking about, like, each brush. Maybe going through and saying, and, like, talking about, like, you know, how I like them. Because some brushes I get excited to use. Some I just don't. Like, I'll reach for, say, like, this little mini fan brush. I'll reach for this brush over this brush. You know, even though you can use both for highlighting on the eye, like, I still reach for, like, a flat top brush over something like this. I have been using this Dirty Little Secret, like, lip liner, and it's in the shade Rosy Posy. I got it in my BoxyCharm a few months ago. It's actually pretty nice. And this is another thing I got in BoxyCharm. This is the Dose of Colors Nude Mood Liquid Lipstick. I actually fell in love with these liquid lipsticks because of BoxyCharm. I actually ended up getting 2 Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, but I was not complaining because they were different shades, and I love this formula. It's actually really good. I actually really like it. I didn't mean to do that. So, this is my finished look. You can see pretty good, I hope. My eye look is like this. I used the Maybelline City Mini Shayla palette. And, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, which is probably going to be a brush clean with me, because my brushes are disgusting and dirty. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you are interested, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!